Oh, we good. We good. Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
sounding great. You great.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
got some questions for you today, but I do want to start on and say just how's the week been going? How's your new year been going? We a month
Mm.
and a half in.
Yeah, I've my week it's Monday. It already feel like a long week, so
Like
it's not Monday,
no,
it's Friday.
I thought you was gonna start with Monday. Oh
Ah,
yeah, no, it's Friday. See,
see
that's how
look.
long.
What? So I'm glad I almost started the week over.
You have to
And
go
it was
right back
already
to it.
hard. But in terms of work was gravy. I work for a family business, my family business. So that was cool, calm, and collected. And then outside of that, I was kicking it in Milwaukee. So my week was cool. It was a long week just because I had to deal with some grown folks' business, if you will, in terms of like getting my taxes together and all that type of
Who
stuff.
do we know?
You know what I'm saying? So that's not always fun,
Mhm.
to say the least. And I'm in class, specifically taking a course for like ready-made, safe-serve food production. So
Mhm.
just being mindful of like what's next in terms of what I'm ushering in and what I'm getting prepared for. So it was a lot on my mind and more on my body, you know. So I had kicked it yesterday and that felt good. That felt really good actually.
It,
So
it was nice to see you pop out and
yeah.
everything. You know, you might catch 4Waukee out there if you pop up to
Well,
events. You
I'll be
know.
in a while. I'll be in a while for sure.
Mhm.
I'll be in the city for sure. But yeah, I tried to go to everything that was happening and shout out to the city that had plenty things going on. So
Mhm. Eventful
it
night
was
on a
cool.
Thursday too. That's the crazy
Yep,
part.
yep.
Mhm.
Club going up on a Thursday.
You
You hear
know.
me?
Mhm.
So I appreciate that. Today Friday. It was a good day though. You know, I got a new card.
Mhm.
It's like I got a new debit card and it's the city bridges with the lights. So I
Oh,
thought
that's
that's
good.
good.
You gotta keep it Milwaukee. Yeah,
What?
I got the Bobby card. Ended up getting the Bobby card, so we both repping Milwaukee.
Hey, that's
Yeah,
cool. That's cool.
that
Shout out to the limited edition joint.
you know.
Yeah, so that was my week. In terms of the new year has been fruitful in terms of what I should expect and what I'm ready to receive. And then outside of that, ain't too much else going on. I'm still in
Man,
the resting stage of the year, right?
nice.
So
Because it ain't got like hot yet. So like we kind of
no,
we do have to like we do like a small hibernation. Like we'll pop out because we used to it, but
yeah.
we still like to get the seasonal cool down
Well,
too.
I'm definitely still trying to be out the way. You know what I'm saying? I definitely use February for a time of learning, reflecting, celebrating, remembering. You know, so shout out to Black History Month.
Oh, we in here.
Yeah, so February was cool. February was going well. January was cool.
Nice,
January was cool. January was a good onset and foreshadowing of what I should expect for the year.
nice.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So with that in mind, I'm like, okay, yeah, it's gonna be cool. As long as I stay cool, everything should be cool around me. So that's also been something I've been mindful of.
Mm-hmm. Because like
Yeah.
I mean, you do because like you have to. People don't know how powerful like they energy can be. They be
Yeah.
thinking they just one person. Like no, we become a collective when we get in places. Especially like we said, like if you've known to like pop out in places, you get to see some familiar faces. You know, you gotta be about it.
What?
Mm-hmm.
What? And I
Mm-hmm.
be wanting people to understand I am not one to play with. So
Mm-hmm.
do not.
Mm-hmm. That like do not throw my energy off.
Yeah.
Please. Okay, please.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
it's been good for me to be mindful. I'm in a mindful space for February.
Nice,
Mm-hmm.
nice. So, I guess to get into like the first question, what is some background on what got you into where you are now established as someone on the Milwaukee scene? If you know for Milwaukee, you know what she's been up to, do a lot, you know, and it's a fun time. But
Uh-huh.
like, what kind of got you into the mindset to want to be part of it?
Okay. In terms of 4Waukee, I had made it a business I made it a business instead of a nonprofit
Mm-hmm.
for Walkie, because one, I recognized that in order to like properly demonstrate what I had going on, I had to be for business or
Mm-hmm.
for profit, and that's strictly to communicate that I am out here getting money.
Mm-hmm. Like the way you got to.
Yeah, no, like seriously, and also just being mindful of how nonprofits are perceived in the city. I didn't want to be negatively perceived.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm coming very transparent in how I do business.
Nice.
You know, and I thought that was necessary in the current climate for artists. So that's the second thing. I'll show up in this and on the scene and in the scene of Milwaukee because I feel as if it's a very artistically sound place, right? And the art that is present and alive and well is not necessarily known or capitalized on well, right? So I just stepped into that space and did that. And then I was throwing shows with some cool friends of mine at undergrad.
Love to see it.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
So
always a good time.
I gave a lot of people in the city their first time doing a show, first time getting out the city to perform. You know what I'm saying? That felt good. And you know.
I mean, shout out to you for even being at La Gente. That was my first art event.
What?
It was I don't know if that's 2 or 3 years at this point.
That's
But it was
a couple years, few years ago now.
it was 414 day, like that type of era. But like you hosted some art stuff.
Yeah. I thoroughly enjoy galleries. I thoroughly enjoy disrupting art institutions in order to bring Black art in there, Black minds, Black voices, Black bodies. So and then it all just made sense to like use the vehicle of art to communicate like a positive lifestyle, a healthy lifestyle, right? A lifestyle that people want to participate in, and then encourage people to stay in Milwaukee. So so art is the vehicle for that. I have my master's in public health, so it just makes sense to like always add art to something. You know what I'm saying? In terms of what messaging I'm pushing, what I'm trying to communicate, what I think people should know or understand. You know, I think art is a good way to communicate or disseminate something. So,
and I like the way you display it. I mean, like I'm on the timeline, we see the artwork on like T-shirts, things like that, merch. Like there is a way to incorporate art into everything, and especially since we're so connected as a city, we can see each other and really like kind of feed off of like what's going on. I've been behind the scenes with you for Matt Black, stuff like that. You know, like when you get the vision with someone, like you can really get like into the depths of making stuff better. Yeah.
And when I first hit the scene, I was definitely not so forward facing, right? I did a lot of logistical support, helping people put on a show, right? So my name wouldn't necessarily be on a flyer, or I had no business or nothing. I'm just like able to make sure something go through. You know what I'm saying? Like if we had an idea, let's make it happen. Right? So I was good for that. But then I recognized like it's more to do, right? So that's when I made a business of it.
Absolutely. And so now that like you've gotten into the business of it, you feel established. I mean, these are days where you've gone from, you know, behind the scenes to now 4Waukee to forefront of things going on. What do you think can maybe be like one of your favorite events? Like, you know, it could be one you hosted yourself, something you went to, and also like, what do you think keeps you inspired to like really stay with it too? You know, like what really keeps you around us? Cause we be happy to have you.
I appreciate that. I thoroughly enjoy being in Milwaukee, being from Milwaukee, and then I know without a doubt in my mind, like Milwaukee is only Milwaukee because of the people, right? So I try to make sure I lift up the people, and the best way that you can do that is to support them, right? So my favorite show will probably be my first one I ever did as 4Waukee, as an official business, as like the namesake and all these things. And that was at No Studios. It was a fashion show. It was with brands. La Aro, which is a Nigerian-based brand.
Nice.
But it was founded in Milwaukee, so that was cool. And Utilized Time. I think it was one more. I think the last one was just me styling people in terms of like communicating my style to the audience. But that was my first time like booking a venue, getting the models, setting up what to expect, making some money on the back end in terms of like ticket sales.
First like foot to ground movement. 'Cause like you said,
first,
it's like
first event I seen all the way through. Yeah. Like beginning to the end.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
it's a different experience. Yeah.
Well, I did all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like of course I had help, but in terms of what what position I play every position to see it through, right? So
were there any nerves for
What?
the first, like, you know,
What was
you
it?
know, because like behind the scenes, like you said, you did behind the scenes. What was the feeling like for that?
Yeah, so that was my first time being on stage and all of that, right? So that was definitely
Flashing lights.
what. So that was definitely cool. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm fairly decent at public speaking, so I wasn't afraid of that. But I definitely was apprehensive about like connecting my face to the brand.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I definitely was apprehensive about that. And that's why I throw up the 4. You know what I'm saying? That ain't got nobody face on it. It's just a hand in order for people to recognize. But, yeah, I was definitely apprehensive about that. Like, because I was cool with being in the background and just making things happen. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's a different type of pressure, you know, like people being relied on is different than just being part of the team. Because when you like that face, you the leader. Yeah, it is something different.
Well, and then it's also different actually building a team, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I'm at now in terms of like cementing people that actually can become foundational to a thing, right? And so yeah, that was that's my favorite one. My favorite thematic thing that I do as for 4Waukee will obviously be 414 Day, because that's never the same, and that's probably the longest thing going. And yeah.
Mm-hmm. And like those two, and the thing is like being introduced to 414 Day as like a blogger side, it is something like mad different. Like I actually can't wait to see what everybody gets into and everything. I need to get a shirt for you so I can like get something like once I go to an event, I can get like a nice little photo op with you one day.
Yeah, I
something
love
like
that.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah, I need to talk to you after the show about that.
Yeah, for sure. I love that.
Even like with fashion, have you been able to get like the merch at like the fashion show thing? Cause we do something next month. We gotta have some shirts on models for you next.
I love that. I know I tell people all the time I don't make clothes, but I am a designer, and like I stated, art is the best vehicle to communicate a thing. So naturally, is it easy to put something on the shirt? You know what I'm saying? So that's cool. But yeah, I love to actually. I definitely am ushering a new way to be, right, in terms of how I move. And my first like protest was fashion, in terms of communicating who I am and why I am, right? So that's why it's so important. It's definitely like a way to talk, if you will.
Yeah.
You know, and then just understanding like how fashion can communicate so much. It's very important to make sure you the one communicating it. You know what I'm saying? You the one making the statement, right? So yeah, that's why I try to put on only faux clothes. Yeah. So you know how I'm coming.
No, I'll be the same, but I'm over here and
I know I seen that. I'm like, he crispy today.
I'm in the new smacking too. I'm out at a smacking event today, so you know you gotta represent.
You know you got to.
Yesterday I was in the Keeping It Mill, you know, even though he's representing now from LA too.
Right. He's so cold. Yeah.
Like you really can't take it. Like I swear, if I ever am in a different city, always gonna have to rep some Milwaukee.
You got to, even if it's just a Bucks jersey or a Brewers hat. You know what I'm saying?
That's where it started. Like when I was a tight, that's what I did. I remember being at Mall of America in all Bucks gear for the first time, and people was like, I was too young to know that rivalries existed, so that's how pure I still was. And then my mom let me know. It's like, oh, you wore that? Yeah, they was asking you about that because they mess with this and that. And I was like,
okay. You know, you was starting stuff with the strangers.
I didn't know. Now that I'm older, I want to stand 10 toes, do it again. No. All right.
Especially since we got a ship in our lifetime.
So 4Waukee, I want to thank you for coming through today. We're going to take a short music break, and I'm actually going to get on the last part of the conversation, what 2026 is looking like for you. I think it's a Micah Emmerich day, so we're going to run up a little bit more Micah Emmerich. I'm finna throw games on for y'all right quick.
Ooh.